Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, welcome back. It's CrissyO here from CrissyO's Clucky Chronicles YouTube channel and CrissyOShow.com. Welcome back, everybody. I'm your hostess with the semi-mostest. Anyway, I'm just tucked in here, right back here in these woods, and I'm at my kitchen table in good old Johnston County, North Carolina, where we've had like fall rain and it's back and forth windy and all this stuff. So we got just some strange weather going on, but I guess it's par for the course for fall. And this rain, honey, let me tell you, it's tapping a soft rhythm on this window like it's whispering secrets from the harvest field. So, you know how it is when the sky just opens up like this and you can't get out to the coops to vlog, and you can't talk to your feisty hens scratching around or nanaroo with attitude. You just, you can't do nothing. So right now I figured it's a perfect time just for y'all to pull up a chair, get you some good old sweet tea or a big old cup of coffee, and just let's dive into a story that's just going to warm the soul right here on Ye Old Southern Farm Stories podcast. Now today with Thanksgiving, it's just going to be around the corner in a matter of, time. That fourth Thursday in November the 27th of this year, actually. I just thought we'd take a gentle, wander through some time. We're going to uncover how this holiday of gratitude was born, why it took roots in our hearts, and why it bloomed here in the South, especially in our little neck of the woods, good old eastern North Carolina, Johnston County, and surrounding areas. So we're going to talk about the tables and classic dishes that grannies and papas and all these aunts and uncles and their grandmas before them prepared with just flickering stove fires. And since this is the CrissyO's Clucky Chronicles, I'm going to weave in a little thread from my own little world here. How tending my hens and chickens and floofs outside just kind of reminds me of early Thanksgivings. Giving thanks for the simple gifts right under our noses. So y'all just grab your crocheted quilt, blanket, whatever, and tuck in and let's get some heartwarming stuff started. Let's start at the beginning, shall we? Yeah, let's do that. So now picture this, y'all. It's 1621, the year 1621, in the crisp autumn air of Plymouth, Massachusetts. A group of English pilgrims, weary from a brutal first winter where half their number didn't even make it, finally see their cornfields swaying golden. They survived thanks to the wisdom of the Wampanoag people, wherever how you say it. You know what I'm talking about. If you don't, go look it up. It's history, honey. Folks like Squanto, who taught them to plant corn with fish fertilizer and hunt the wild turkey, that still graces some of our tables today. Now, this wasn't like a formal Thanksgiving back then. More a 3-day harvest feast of venison, wildfowl, corn, and shellfish. Just it was shared in gratitude for the land's bounty. And then there was some unlikely friendships forged across cultures. Now, there won't no pumpkin pie or football games, just prayers, some games, and, full bellies under an open sky. But why did this stick? Now, those early feasts echoed old European traditions of giving thanks after the harvest. So think English harvest homes or, German stuff. Now, in the colonies, though, they became something a little bit deeper. It was a pause, basically, to honor survival, community, and the Creator's provisions amid all the hardship that they had to go through. If we fast forward through irregular proclamations by states and presidents, George Washington in 1789 called for a day of thanks during a fragile New Nation days, but it was kind of spotty, like sunshine through storm clouds or through thick woods. Then came Sarah Josepha Hale. Yes, the Mary Had a Little Lamb lady, a widowed editor from New England with the fire in her pen. For over 30 years, she had lobbied politicians through her magazine, Godey's Lady Book, painting Thanksgiving as a unifier. It was a day for families to mend fences, share meals, and knit the young country together. Now, her dream peaked in 1863, smack in the Civil War's bloodiest year. President Abraham Lincoln, with the nation tearing at the seams, he heeded her call. So on October the 3rd, he proclaimed the last Thursday in November a national day of thanksgiving, not for victory, but more for unity and healing, and counting blessings amid sorrows. So imagine that pen stroke, y'all. In a time when brothers fought brothers, it was a quiet rebellion of gratitude, just reminding folks that even in dark, there's light worth sharing. Then later on, FDR tweaked the date in 1933 for shopping reasons. So it was sparking Franksgiving grumbles. But by 1945, it settled on the fourth Thursday we know today. Heartwarming, isn't it? A holiday born of survival, lobbied by a determined woman, and sealed in a president's hope for peace. Now let's mosey on south where the story gets a Carolina twist, okay? Down here, Thanksgiving didn't bust onto the scenes like a New England nor'easter. In fact, during the Civil War from 1861 to 1877, many Southerners raw from secession and loss boycotted it as, a Yankee invention. But Southern communities, let me tell you, they started embracing it early, and it was seeing the echoes of their own harvest, praises, and a chance to gather kin after the chains of all the unrest and uncertainty that was happening during that particular time. So it changed. The tune changed. So then by the late 1800s, as families rebuilt farms and futures, it wove into our fabric. It was slower and sweeter, like sorghum boiling down. In North Carolina, our state's it's literally a powerhouse of the plate, okay? We lead the nation in turkey production, over 30 million birds a year, by the way. Sweet taters, honey, them orange jewels that top our casseroles, and hogs, literally, for salty ham that balances the bird. It's no wonder our Thanksgivings down here feel like a love letter to the land. Gratitude for our fields that feed us through lean years, and from tobacco rows to peanut patches. And here, honey, in Johnston County, North Carolina, oh, honey, we've been at it for generations. Formed in 1746 from the Neuse River's gentle bend, this county's always been a patchwork of family farms, cotton, corn, hogs, and now, yes, even my little backyard coop. Our celebrations, well, they're porch swinging sample, honey. Church services at dawn with hymns of thanks. Then Ken's folks, they're piling into trucks for the drive to Granny's house. There's some football in the yard till dusk, and stories swapped over crackling fires. And tables are set with heirloom china mixed with paper plates, because love don't care about fancy around here. It's about showing up. Shoulders touching, eyes misty with memories of Thanksgivings past. Some people have talked about, hey, the year great-grandpa carved a bird with a pocket knife, or when the rain kept everybody inside, you just laughed louder. That's what you did. Now in Johnston County, we celebrate by slowing it down, a counterpoint to the world's rush, just remembering that the real feast, basically folks you got around it. Now let's talk food, because if gratitude had a flavor, it'd be buttermilk on cornbread. Now, Southern Thanksgivings, and Johnston counties in particular, we lean on dishes that tell our story. We have humble ingredients. It's slow cooked with soul, passed down like family Bibles. These ain't just meals, they're rituals, and they're prepared over decades with hands that know every scar from the harvest. So start with the stars, okay? It's that golden roasted turkey, brined in salt water for days to stay juicy, rubbed with all types of herbs and butter, and just so many good things. Now, we've raised these birds here since the 1700s. Wild ones was first, then farm fresh. And carving that turkey, honey, it's a rite. Each slice a prayer plenty. Now, beside it, a honey glazed ham smoked over like hickory wood from Johnston County's own woods. Now, hogs has been the backbone since colonial days, and grannies cured them with salt and sugar in smokehouses that stood like sentinels through depressions and wars. So you got that going for you. And prep, honey, let me tell you, even when I'm cooking for my crowd here, prep starts weeks ahead. Weeks ahead. Even back then, picking the fattest piglet and slathering on molasses by the 1950s, it was a neighborhood affair. Everybody got together on it way back when. You just had a bunch of laughter, and it was echoing as families and people just shared the labor, and they also shared the goods that came from it. Let's talk about them sides. Oh, honey, they sing. You got turnip salad, collard greens simmered for hours with ham hock till tender as a lullaby. Oh, Lord, it's been a staple since the 1800s, symbolizing prosperity. And let me tell you, if you don't know what that pot liquor is from collards, that pot liquor's gold. It's gold, it's good stuff. You got sweet tater casserole topped with crunchy pecans from nearby orchards, baked in iron skillets, handed down from generations. Then North Carolina's sweet potato boom in the early 1900s, well, honey, that made it a must. You had to have it. Sometimes we mash it with butter and brown sugar. It's a comfort dish. You prepare it the night before so the flavors just meld together like old friends. And don't forget the cornbread dressing. Crumbly cornbread soaked in broth, studded with onions and celery, an evolution of kush that they used to have way back from West African roots. That was in them southern kitchens since the 1700s. And green bean casserole, well, it's just a creamy onion, crispy wonder from the 1950s, using green beans from basically our backyard gardens. It's quick to assemble, but man, it holds some stories. And there's plenty of other sides. Now, for that southern soul, we got macaroni and cheese and baked golden with sharp cheddar. That's a Jefferson era import that exploded here, post-Civil War. You got creamy elbows that was prepped in big pots over wood stoves till the 1960s gas switch up, You got spoon bread or corn pudding, whatever you want to call it. Just fluffy as clouds from heirloom corn ground at local mills. That was a dish our Tuscarora ancestors might even recognize today. We got cranberry sauce, tart and jiggly. That's a nods up to the bogs up north, but we sweeten it a little bit, sometimes with a little bit of local honey, depending on if you use the can or not, and some people do choose to use the can of cranberry sauce. And biscuits, honey, everybody got fluffy buttermilk ones. We cut them with a flared glass if you ain't got a biscuit cutter, and watch them rise in the oven like hope, a daily bread turned into a holiday hug. You also got desserts. Now let me tell you, at Thanksgiving or any holiday time, desserts, they're going to steal the deal. They seal it, they steal it. The stars of the show. You got sweet tater pie spiced with cinnamon, from like Depression era thrift. Pecan pie, sticky sweet from trees planted in the 20s. Maybe a chess pie, that buttery southern secret kept in family ledgers. prep over decades. It's a symphony, honey. Fall canning sessions for relishes, freezing greens from the first frost, brining hams and crocks that saw the world wars. And by the 1980s, crock pots joined the cast. But the heart still stayed the same. Hands together, passing around the wooden spoon. Now we're tying it all to my Clucky world here. Every fall, I thank my hens for their perfect, beautiful eggs that I make, with the pie crust, or, the compost from the kitchen scraps that feeds the run, just like those pilgrims and other folks and our Johnston County forebearers. It's the daily tending. We got to do it, rain or shine. That yields the feast. Now, my girls don't know turkey from treat, but their steady clucks remind me that gratitude's in the gathering, one peck at a time. Let's wrap this up, y'all. This has been a fun little journey. From Plymouth shores to Johnston County's hearths, all stitched with a big old thanks. A Thanksgiving. As the rain just kind of eases outside a little bit, I just want to say I'm grateful for y'all. I'm thankful for every one of y'all. I'm thankful for my listeners, my followers, my watchers, and thanks for sharing this. So if you have a family twist on these classics or Thanksgiving classics in your area, honey, let me know. Drop me a line. CrissyOShow.com is the website, or just put the comments below here on this little YouTube video here. Maybe your sweet potato recipe's a whole lot better than ours. Might end up in the next episode. You don't ever know. I love trying out new things, and I hope you guys enjoy trying out new things too. Until then, happy Thanksgiving coming up. We're going to be talking about turkey, and I'm going to be showing y'all how we make our little turkey over here. Be sure to be thankful, count your blessings like scattered corn, and remember, the best harvests are the ones we actually grow together. So y'all, I'm going to tell you, this is Chrissy O from CrissyOShow.com website and Chrissy O's Clucky Chronicles, and I'm going to sign off from the coop side of things now that the rain's letting up. And I want to tell y'all, happy early Thanksgiving. There's going to be some more vlogs and some turkey making vlogs coming up real soon. We're going to get these snackies on, y'all. And I want you guys to be good. And if you can't be good, I reckon just be good at it.